and 8-year-old Luke Calder watches his mother and two sisters drive away in the family Chevrolet SUV as he and his father wave at the moving car, both with smiling faces. That's the last time the two will see the girls of the family for a whole week, as they are traveling with the church youth group for a summer trip. Luke's father has big plans for the week ahead, but the boy doesn't know it yet. He has unscrewed the training wheels on Luke's Spider-Man bike in preparation to teach his son the essential way of transportation used by kids all around the neighborhood. They make their way back towards the garage of their suburban home as the summer sunset is approaching. Luke's father holds the screen door open for Luke, and Luke slides inside to resume building his sacred Lego sets. The next morning arrives, and Luke trots down the stairs, dives into the cupboards, and finds his favorite cereal, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. He pours himself a bowl and sits down at the table as his father also makes his way into the kitchen from the basement. He tells Luke his plans with Luke's Spider-Man bicycle, and the boy's face lights up with energy, ecstatic to become a big kid, a role model for the other kids still on training wheels, a ruler of the neighborhood. The power that comes with being able to ride a bicycle allows freedom and fun, both of which Luke were excited to have. After lunch, Luke and his father hop to the black Ford F-150 in the driveway. His father twists the key, starts the engine, and puts the truck in reverse with the bicycle in the pickup. He takes Luke to the empty elementary school parking lot, unloads the bicycle, and they discuss what Luke needs to do in order to successfully ride the bike. Luke listens carefully, excited and nervous for the experience. As Luke gets on his bicycle for the first time, he notices the differences training wheels had while riding the bike, and gets a little scared as it is more uncomfortable than he previously thought. However, Luke's dad is there to guide the bike and make sure he doesn't fall to the side. At the end of the first day, Luke is tired and frustrated. He's got the baby steps, but it's still going to take a few more days before he can ride the Spider-Man bike on his own. Luke's dad spent the day by his son's side, holding his bike so it would stay upright. That way Luke could get a better feel for the bike without its training wheels. Luke's father loaded the bike back into the Ford F-150, and they headed back home from the elementary school. Back at home, the two ate their dinner as Luke's father called his wife to see how the girls were doing, and she said Luke's sisters were having a great time at church summer trip. After dinner, Luke and his father play basketball in the driveway until the sunset removes the remaining light from the sky. The next day, Luke wakes up, heads to the kitchen, and grabs his Cinnamon Toast Crunch. He pours a bowl of 2% milk and eats away at his breakfast. And once again, he and his father pack up Luke's bicycle, hop in the F-150, and make their way to the elementary school parking lot. For Luke's first few tries, they practice the same thing as yesterday, Luke's father guiding Luke on his bicycle so he won't fall over. And then, he talks Luke into trying to start riding the bike without his father's assistance, so the determined little boy decides it is a good idea to give his father's advice a try. However, upon getting settled on the bike, Luke immediately falls over, obviously unaware of the balance that is required in order to successfully ride his Spider-Man bike without training wheels. He tries again and again, hours going by before Luke can get a sense of how the bicycle balances, and with this new ability, he can now travel a few feet before falling over. After a successful day of bike ride attempts, Luke's father announced that it is time to head back towards the house to eat dinner, rest up, and get ready for the next day's practice. After loading up the truck, they head back home, and Luke realizes he is closer than ever before to successfully riding his bike. The third day arrives, Luke and his father finish up breakfast and lunch, then they head to the school parking at a later time than the previous days. Luke asks his dad why they left later than the other days, and his father knows it's because today is the day his son will be able to ride his bike without the help of his father. So Luke and his dad practice the same things they did on the 2 preceding days, and Luke is getting better at riding his bike with every try. Every time he gets on his Spider-Man bike without the help of his dad, he can stay on for longer, and longer, until finally he is able to take a full lap around the parking lot all by himself. Due to hard work and dedication, Luke's father helped the boy learn how to ride his Spider-Man bicycle without his training wheels. Little Luke, hair blowing in the wind, thinks of all the possibilities of his newfound skill, the freedom of having his own transportation around the neighborhood, and the endless fun that'll be held in the years ahead. The next day, Luke could not wait to tell his mother and sisters the excellent news of what he learned to do. However, there were still a few more days until they returned from the trip with the church. Over the course of these days, he only got off his Spider-Man bike to eat and sleep. By the time his parents and sisters got home the next weekend, he was so exhausted from riding his bike all week that he slept through the return home. When Luke's sisters asked him to share what he learned over their week away, he simply said he would show them the next morning.